Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool, and this is our session on a chapter called Life Processes, where we started discussing about second aspect of life process, that is respiration. We finished our discussion about respiration in humans, and today we will talk about respiration in plants. Okay, plants also undergo respiration. Whatever definition I gave it for respiration for humans or whatever we discussed so far, everything can happen in plant also. Okay, and along with the respiration in a plant, there happens a process photosynthesis. Both happen simultaneously actually. Okay, before we go for the respiration, let us just revise few things about photosynthesis. Okay, so photosynthesis is a way of preparing food by plants, isn't it? So can you able to write a reaction for photosynthesis now? Reaction for photosynthesis. What happens? Plants take up carbon dioxide, combines with water in presence of sunlight and a pigment called chlorophyll. What happens? You will get a glucose preparation, right? And oxygen is a byproduct, water is a byproduct, right? For photosynthesis, plant is taking carbon dioxide and plant is giving out oxygen. Okay, and whatever food that was prepared in a leaf, this food have to undergo breakdown and energy have to be produced. Definitely, why a plant have to prepare their own food? Because to produce energy, to be alive, to stay alive, even it needs energy for various processes. Yes or no? So how does a plant gets energy? Like we get energy the same way as we get energy. How do we get energy? Our glucose is broken down into small particles, like it is breaking down into carbon dioxide and water, right? And we are getting energy. The same process happens even in the plant also. Okay, so what is the respiration reaction that can happen in a plant? It is exactly similar to the way that happens in our human beings. Okay, so what was the respiration we wrote? What was the reaction for respiration we wrote? C6H12O6, that is glucose, right? In presence of oxygen, it will break down into carbon dioxide, water, and then we get energy, isn't it? So this is what the respiration. Actually, it is just opposite of photosynthesis. Yes or no? So even this respiration takes place in plants also. Don't think that plants only can give out oxygen. When does oxygen is given by a plant? When photosynthesis occurs. When is carbon dioxide given by a plant? When respiration occurs. Okay, so remember a point that note, oxygen is liberated by plants when photosynthesis occurs. Okay, and the second point is carbon dioxide is liberated by a plant when respiration occurs. Okay, so every time respiration keeps happening in a plant, but photosynthesis cannot happen every time. For photosynthesis, sunlight is required, yes or no? So only during the daytime photosynthesis occurs. But this respiration process happens all the time in a plant. But the thing is, try to remember during daytime, plant uses sunlight plus carbon dioxide, and it will undergo a process called photosynthesis. photosynthesis, right? And also whatever glucose, say glucose is produced, this glucose undergoes respiration. Yes, this glucose undergoes respiration. That means it reacts with what? It reacts with oxygen, and it will give out the carbon dioxide. It will give out carbon dioxide, which is utilized for photosynthesis once again. Okay, got to know what is happening during the daytime? So the carbon dioxide that is coming out from plant during the daytime gets utilized for what process? Photosynthesis, because sunlight will be there during daytime. Yes or no? See how beautiful it is. So just remember a point. Carbon dioxide released from plant due to this respiration, is used up by a plant for photosynthesis. Got to know? See, during respiration, carbon dioxide gas has to come out, but that carbon dioxide it will again gets utilized by a same plant for preparation of food. This cycle keeps happening. Photosynthesis occurs, glucose is produced, again this glucose undergoes respiration. After respiration you get carbon dioxide, again that is used up for photosynthesis. Okay, so that's the reason during daytime plants will not give out carbon dioxide. They will give out only oxygen. But during night time, okay, what happens? Photosynthesis stops. Photosynthesis does not takes place, isn't it? Photosynthesis stops because there is no sunlight. Photosynthesis can occur only if you have that sunlight. Nighttime sunlight will not be there. Photosynthesis stops, but respiration keeps happening. Respiration occurs. Okay, and when respiration happens, what gas is liberated to the atmosphere? Carbon dioxide is liberated, okay, into atmosphere. Okay, and this carbon dioxide that is liberated into atmosphere is not used up by the plant again, because photosynthesis is completely stopped due to no sunlight. Okay, so that's the reason our ancestors and elders would always tell us not to sleep under a tree during night time, isn't it? Why we should not sleep under a tree during night time? Because night time, what process happens? Respiration keeps happening. And what is the byproduct of respiration? Carbon dioxide, isn't it? So that's the reason we should not sleep under trees during night time, because carbon dioxide keeps coming out and we cannot consume carbon dioxide, isn't it? So during daytime, what gas is liberated? Oxygen is liberated because of photosynthesis. Okay, and does carbon dioxide liberate during daytime also? Yes, but that is again utilized by plant itself for the photosynthesis purpose. Okay, so this is what you have to remember about plants. What happens during daytime and what happens during nighttime. So during daytime, actually both photosynthesis and respiration occurs. Yes or no? So this point is very important. Both photosynthesis and respiration can be seen during daytime, but during night time photosynthesis stops, respiration only seen. That's the reason during night time carbon dioxide is liberated, but during daytime oxygen gas is liberated. Okay, and now let us try to discuss how this gaseous exchange is taking place, like how is carbon dioxide is coming out from plant or going inside, how is this oxygen coming out. Gaseous exchange we will discuss. In case of humans, we discussed about gaseous exchange, yes or no? With the help of respiratory tract or respiratory organs, oxygen went inside, carbon dioxide came outside. Now what parts of the plant are helpful in this gaseous exchange? That is what we are going to discuss. See here, gaseous exchange in plant can take place through three different parts of a plant. Okay, say the first point I am going to write is the gaseous exchange. Gaseous exchange, or I can say gaseous exchange here is nothing but the respiration. Yes or no? Respiration involves the study of two aspects. One is production of food, production of energy out of food. The other one is exchange of gases. So here the respiration can occur in three parts of a plant. Three parts of a plant. Okay, so say for example, I'll draw a plant here. See, these are the roots. Yes or no? The roots. And this is a branch or stem. Okay, these are our roots. And I will draw one leaf here. This is a leaf. So these are the three parts through which respiration occurs in plants. So what are the three parts? First one is roots, and the second one is stem, and the third one is leaf. Okay, let us first discuss about the leaf, how oxygen or carbon dioxide can go in and come out. It is through stomata, isn't it? It is through stomata. So from stomata, carbon dioxide can go inside or oxygen can come inside. And during night time, carbon dioxide will come out from the plant, due to the respiration. So that carbon dioxide also again can come out through stomata itself. Okay, so this we have already discussed enough out of it. Just try to remember, leaf will have a small tiny pores called stomata. So through stomata, the gaseous exchange can take place or the respiration can take place. Okay, fine. And the stem part, from the stem part also the respiration can take place. Actually, stem contains very small cells called lenticels, and stem also contains stomata. Okay, so from both of them respiration can occur through simple diffusion. Through diffusion. Yes or no? Diffusion in the sense what? Gas moving from higher concentration area to lower concentration area. And here also from leaf also, it's going through stomata outside through diffusion process only. Here also through simple diffusion process, oxygen can go out, carbon dioxide can come inside, or carbon dioxide can go out. Respiration mainly means what? Carbon dioxide is going out. Oxygen is coming inside. Okay, so through diffusion process. And here you have a root hair here. Here the respiration occurs through root hair. Okay, by diffusion. Okay, say for example, our roots will contain a single celled root hair. And this root hair is there in connection with the soil, isn't it? Say for example, for the respiration, what you want? Oxygen you want. So soil has more amount of oxygen. So this oxygen will move from soil to root hair. This is what we call diffusion. Soil has more amount of oxygen, root does not has oxygen. So what happens? Slowly this oxygen will move from soil to root hair. Got to know? So this movement of gas from higher concentration area to lower concentration area is called diffusion. Okay, from all the three parts, that exchange of gases takes place through a simple process called diffusion only. That means gas like that only it can move from higher concentration area to lower concentration area. Okay, so this is all about respiration in plants. So from which are the three parts the plants are undergoing respiration? From roots. Roots contain root hairs. Okay, through the root hairs the going out of a gas and coming in of a gas is taking place. And later stem has lenticels and stomata through which that respiration is happening. Okay, and again here that respiration is happening through simple diffusion. Okay, just going out and coming in of gas by diffusion. And respiration can also happen in leaf, and it will always happen through a small tiny pores called stomata, which is present on a leaf. And you all know about stomata. It has guard cells. When the guard cells swell, stomata is open so that gases can go in and come out. Okay, once the work is over, guard cells shrinks and stomatal pore will get closed. Okay, so and one more thing that you have to remember is during daytime what happens? Both photosynthesis and respiration takes place. During photosynthesis, which gas is liberated? Oxygen is liberated. Yes or no? And during respiration, carbon dioxide is liberated. But that carbon dioxide is again used up for photosynthesis. So ultimately altogether, only oxygen gas goes outside from a plant, isn't it? During daytime. Okay, though it can give carbon dioxide, but the same carbon dioxide is again utilized back for which synthesis? Photosynthesis, because sunlight would be there during daytime. But coming to the night time, what happens? Photosynthesis stops because of no sunlight. Respiration keeps happening so that carbon dioxide is liberated from plants during night time. So these are the important points that you have to remember on respiration in plants. So with this, I complete the respiration process. So in my next video, let us discuss about the transportation. Okay. Till then, take care and keep revising the concept.